so I have the Harrington family here with me today, who I've gotten to know really, really well over the last few years. And this is a little bit unique for them and for Elin, their daughter here, because this is where she normally takes dance classes here at TDA and not does interviews. So we're excited that you guys are here. And I just think that your story as a family is incredible. And I think it'll bless a lot of people. And so I know 18 months ago, I was sitting at McAllister's restaurant down there near 1890 Ranch and get a text from you saying, hey, could you pray for us? Because Dwayne just had a really significant thing happen and we're on the way to the hospital. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, we were at IHOP and I was having problems. I'd swallowed wrong. And anyway, so Dwayne was concerned about me because I was coughing and trying to clear it out. And after I got the food cleared out, he said, well, I'm not okay. And just grabbed his head and started walking around. Anyway, he had an aneurysm. And when the paramedics got there, they did not think anything was wrong. And anyway, but they went ahead and took us to the hospital. And from the Seton Hospital in Round Rock, we were then transferred to Dell. And so, yeah, I texted you. I texted one other person who I knew, or two others that would be, praying, because I just didn't know what was going to happen. Anyway, and you and Willie showed up that night, which was just amazing. I was so surprised. I mean, I shouldn't say I was surprised, but I was. Just the fact that y'all took the time to come out and pray with us and pray over Dwayne. And anyway, it was just, anyway, he ended up being in intensive care for 3 weeks and then regular room for about a week. And I don't know. I don't want to say we got lucky. I think it was just all the prayers, because the bleeding stopped and they were able to get in there and do what they needed to do. It wasn't easy, but we got it. We got through it.
Yeah.
So
man, what's going through your mind as all this is happening?
I didn't. Once it initially started happening, things weren't clear for me for quite some time, to the month or so before I got out of the hospital. But the church and you guys were
you got it.
a big part of my recovery.
Yeah.
The support was there, and you and Willie have been there the whole time, and the church and the community, and it's just something I'm thankful for. I'm so grateful for. And through this journey, the last year and a half, I've come to understand how important those relationships are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I'm sorry.
No.
Well, I'm going to interject real quick, because we're very private people. So the fact that I even texted you that day was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because typically I would have just kept my mouth shut and, okay, let's just try to get through this on our own. And for some reason, I just was like, because we hadn't been going to the church for maybe 3 months, and and I was like, I'm texting him, and I just, anyway, so. With the relationship stuff, that's, he's always been like, no, I've got this. I don't need, but like you said,
Now I've realized that I can't do everything by myself. Yes, and that I needed help and support.
Yeah.
And the church being there, and you guys being there, and all the way through to like last month, you and Willie came out to the house and prayed with us and with me and on specific things, and everything came to fruition. Everything's happened. All these good things.
Yeah, you're doing amazing.
I'm sitting there crying like a baby about it now, but it's impacted me so intensely.
Yeah, and kind of the essence that we're getting at here, I know that, man, when we were back in about this time last year, we were doing a series on parenting. And I remember in one of the messages I shared that when before I had kids, I knew all the answers.
Right.
And I thought, well, I'm just going to be able to go because I'm strong and I'm a good person. And I shared in that message, I said, man, then I got to a place where things were so overwhelming for me that I like needed other people.
Right.
Right. And because I'd always thought, well, I'm not going to go through anything like that. Like, I'm blessed and I'm strong. And then when you do go through things and you realize that you need other people in your life.
Sure.
And that was like a aha moment for me. And so, how about you guys?
Yeah, the church, they were like really there for us when we needed them, and just through, I mean, everything that happened, they were right there with us. Like the initial night, you and Willie showed up, like, and we didn't even know that you were, and that was just really a blessing to us.
Yeah. And it's been fun getting to know you, especially talking football and all your undefeated season last year. So that was fun. So how did it impact you, Elin?
So when my dad had this stroke, he was like he's still my best friend. And whenever that happened, I was super scared for him. And I was still going to school a lot. And so whenever we came there, it really took my mind off of it, and y'all helped us with it.
Yeah. And, again, Tammy's kind of preaching today just about that really is, I think, God's design, that He's called us as a body. And I'll kind of end with this because I remember a few months after that, we were texting, and I said, hey, do you guys need anything? You need prayer or anything? And you were like, no, we're good. And I was like, okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we're good. And I'm like, okay, I think I asked one last time. And you're like, well, we're just not used to, again, like you said earlier, we're private people. And I remember I just sent you like 2 or 3 scriptures where I think one was in James where it says, hey, if any one of you is sick, call for the elders of the church to come and pray over you. And I sent several scriptures in terms of like, hey,
It's okay.
This is
the open arms.
all of us are going to go through things and are going to need encouragement. Every single one of us at certain points. Sometimes we're the strong ones that get to support. Sometimes we're the ones that need encouraged and supported. Right. And that changes.
And that's the
all
hard
the
part
time
to come to terms with when you're not used to that and you've lived your life different and always been independent and never reached outside for help like that. And then you're in a situation where you need help. Yeah. And it's, and then we moved on it. Yeah. And accepted the help and the love and God and all of these things. Yeah. And that's what it's taken. We were challenged so intensely with this that it's taken everything. But here we are today, and we're getting through this. Yeah.
And honestly, I have to say this because most people don't make it through what he did.
Right.
And when the doctor tells you 40-50% don't even make it to the hospital, usually they're severely disabled, and he is able to walk and talk, and there's still issues, but oh my gosh, I really don't feel like if we hadn't had all the prayers and everybody kind of gathering around us, who knows what it I don't know, I just so we're definitely
I believe that I believe that there was a lot more there than just me.
And I mean, it's been amazing to, piggybacking off what you said, it's been amazing to sit back and watch how God has worked in you guys' lives.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible.
And, just the testimony that you guys are. And so we're it's such a privilege for us to be able to walk with you guys. We love you guys immensely.
We love y'all too.
You guys are an incredible blessing. So thank you for coming in today and sharing your story. We love you.
Cried for the camera for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So.